Hi and good morning, everyone. So today we'll be looking at the neutralization question that I asked you guys to try yesterday. Okay, so firstly, we know that neutralization is a reaction between acid and alkali. So acid react with alkali to produce salt and water. Okay, or acid react with base to produce salt and water. Right, so yesterday I also shared about the formula that we use for the reaction between acid and base or acid and alkali. Take note, okay, don't forget that alkali and base is the same thing. Okay, the difference is that alkali is soluble in water. Right, so for the formula here, MaVa over MbVb equals to A over B. This will only be used for neutralization reaction involving acid and base. If A mole of acid A is completely neutralized by B mole of alkali B, then the formula is MaVa over MbVb equals to A over B. Okay, so the formula can be used to solve the calculation related to the neutralization reaction. So take a closer look at this chemical reaction. Okay, almost similar to the ones I showed just now. So acid A react with alkali B to produce salt and water. So usually if we want to balance the equation, we would put number in front, right? So the number is called as the mole. Okay, so let's say HCl react with NaOH to produce NaCl plus H2O. So the number in front is the mole, right? So following the formula, referring the formula, okay, Ma refers to the molarity of acid A, Va refers to the volume of acid A, and then Mb refers to the molarity of alkali B, and Vb refers to the volume of alkali B. So based on the equation above, the mole ratio of acid A to alkali B is A to B. Okay, so the number in front of the equation will be used for the mole ratio. Now let's look at the questions first. Okay, so this is activity 6.14, solving numerical problems involving neutralization. Okay, 25 cm cube of 0.2 mol dm cube sodium hydroxide solution NaOH is titrated with 0.1 mol of 0.1 mol dm cube sulfuric acid H2SO4. What is the volume of sulfuric acid needed to neutralize sodium hydroxide solution? Alright, so first thing first, if we want to solve a neutralization question, okay, if you look at the formula, you must have all the information. Kena ada setiap information daripada soalan. Barulah kita dapat jawab soalan. Okay, so based on the question here, we are given, take a look, this is our base, right? So our alkali, okay, sodium hydroxide. So for sodium hydroxide, we know the volume and we know the molarity. Okay, and then for our acid, we are using sulfuric acid. We are given the molarity only. So can we find the volume of sulfuric acid? Of course we can. But first thing first, we need to have a chemical equation in order for us to find the A and B value to put inside the equation. Okay, so let's try to write the equation first. Right, so this is the chemical equation. We have the sulfuric acid react with sodium hydroxide to produce our salt is sodium sulfate and water. Okay, now before we continue, we must make sure that our equation is balanced. Okay, so check out the Na first. So Na, obviously, here we have 1 Na, here is 2 Na. So we balance the Na here with number 2. Okay, and then after that we check out SO4 balance, and then you look at Na. The 2 here adds 2 to O and adds 2 to H. So let's calculate the total O and H. Okay, so here we have 2O and 2H. Okay, here we have 2H. So that makes our H is 2 plus 2, 4H. Whereas here we have only 2H and 1O. Okay, so what can we do to balance this? We can put 2 in front. So 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 1, 2. Okay, so 4H and then 2O. So the same, right? 4H, 2O. Here also 4H, 2O. Balance. And now we list out the information from the question. Okay, so this is the information that we got from the question. Okay, for the acid, our MA, molarity of acid is 0.2 mol dm cube, and volume of acid is 25 cm cube. And then molarity of base, okay, or alkali is 0.1 mol dm cube, and then volume of base we don't know. Okay, and then let's try to substitute into the formula first. Okay, so MA 0.2 times VA 25 over MB 0.1, VB unknown. Now A is the coefficient in front of the acid. Okay, the number, coefficient means the number in front of the acid. So there's no number here, but if there's no number, it is considered as 1. And then B is the coefficient in front of the base or alkali. So B is 2. So 1 over 2. Okay, so let's calculate. Just move them. Okay, pindah-pindahkan sahaja. So first we remove the 0.1 first. So 1 over 2 times 0.1. Okay, then we left with 0.2. Sorry, 1 over 2 times 0.1. We are left with 0.2 times with 25 over VB. Okay, and then we leave VB only here. Okay, we leave VB here. So 1 over 2 times 0.1 over 0.2, 25. Okay, just divide it. Okay, and then you get your VB. Okay, now we look at the second one. Sulfuric acid H2SO4 reacts with ammonia solution NH3 according to the following chemical equation. Okay, so we are given the chemical equation here. It is given that Tcm cube of 0.25 mol dm cube sulfuric acid exactly neutralizes 25 cm cube of 1.0 mol dm cube of ammonia solution. Determine the total volume of the solution in the conical flask at the end of the titration. So now we need to find the total volume. Okay, total volume means VA plus VB. Okay, but we are missing our volume of acid. So we use the formula first to find the volume of acid, and then we must plus with the volume of the alkali, okay, the ammonia solution, to find the total volume. Okay, so let's try the questions together. Okay, so this is the chemical equation, okay, from the question. So we are given the following information. Our molarity of acid is 0.125. Volume of acid is unknown, okay, T. And then we are using ammonia as the base here. So molarity of ammonia is 1.0 mol dm cube, and then volume of ammonia is 25 cm cube. Okay, so we have all that we need, okay, to substitute. And our A is the coefficient in front of the acid, so there's no number here, means it is 1. And then B is the coefficient in front of the base or alkali, so there's a number 2 here. So just substitute inside the formula. Okay, so after substituting, we just move them, okay, and leave T at the left side. Okay, so move one by one. So 0.125 times T. Okay, we move the bottom part first. So divide with the two value MBVB. Move here becomes times MBVB. Okay, so 1/2 times 0.1 and 25. And then multiply 0.125 multiply T. We only want T only, so multiply, move here becomes divide. So 1/2 times 0.1 times 25 divide with 0.125. So you get your T value in cm cube. Now because we want the total volume, okay, total volume in the flask means we must plus T cm cube, okay, the volume of acid plus with the volume of alkali, which is 25 cm cube. So once you get your T value, you substitute here and then plus 25, right, and then you get your answer in cm cube.